Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the NITOC Nightly News. I'm your host, Micah Diaz. Well, we started our competition today, and I just wanted to say that I am incredibly proud of all of you. You guys have been putting in the work. We're going to get into some fun statistics in a moment. But first, we started our day off at 7:30 a.m. with some worship with David Trent, who's a worship pastor here in Jackson. And then we got to hear a really fun devotion by Danny Hinton talking about the 6 ways to ruin your NITOC. And basically what the message boiled down to is we need to practice humility and remember that we are human and we need to love our fellow competitor. After all, the theme of our NITOC this year is better together. We would not be here without your dedication, your family, your students. So we need to respect each other, compete well, compete with integrity, be honest, and stuff like that. A great devotion by Danny Hinton. Then we had a discussion with Mrs. Thom about the 6th pillar of STOA and talking about how STOA supports Christian coaches. We equip and support them. And there are other pillars, and you guys are going to be given a new pillar each day. And I would highly recommend memorizing those and knowing what they are, especially because you put so much time, effort, and money into a league that you support. It's good to know what we stand for and what we're here to do. Now, we also had an announcement that was really unfortunate, and it's that a lot of you aren't cleaning up after yourself, especially in the dining hall. And that is honestly a very big problem. This is not our school. This is a school I went to, but you guys are guests here. And as such, you need to respect Union's faculty and staff and our rules and our expectations for your behavior. So please clean up after yourself. It takes no effort at all. It takes just a couple seconds. As you're walking out the door, maybe offer to carry someone else's plates too, but make sure that you please clean up after yourself. We don't want to cause any problems. We don't want to be kicked off and never invited back. That would be awful. So do your part and support this university and support your fellow competitors by being responsible with your trash and your garbage and the food that you are done eating. Today, we also had our patriotic themed social. It was so good to see so many of you there. We had some cornhole and other fun games, and it was, a night where we can focus on the fact that we live in such an amazing country. A country that needs Jesus as much as any other country, but a country with a lot of freedoms that we truly love and are thankful and grateful for. Tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., we have our social themed upon the yearbooks. Now, the cool thing about the yearbooks is it includes a lot of stuff that happened during the year, and you can buy signable, autographable yearbooks in the STOA marketplace, which is in the Lex right next to the dining hall, for $3. That way tomorrow you could show up and have your friends and other coaches from around the league sign your book. Who knows, maybe those signatures will be worth a lot of money in the future. For those of you who are that old, I still have Riley Truitt's signature. So when he becomes a millionaire someday, I will, anyways. So that's happening at 7:30 tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. But 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, we of course have our next round of devotions, fun speaker there. We're gonna be talking about the 5th pillar of STOA, and hopefully we won't get another announcement about cleaning up after yourself. Now, I wanted to take a second to talk about our judges. For my alumni judges, my brethren, these shirts are awesome, they're comfortable, and they are all for you if you judge only 3 rounds, which is not asking a lot, but there's limited supply, so make sure you're one of the first ones to get that 3 rounds of judging in. Many of you have already done that. For those of you who have not, get your shirts while they last. And for parents, if you judge up to 18 rounds, we have prizes for you. Now you might be thinking, 18 rounds? That's insane. Well, that's actually only 3 rounds a day if you started and judged 3 rounds per day. And there are many rounds to do during the day, many LD and TP or Parley and speech. It adds up. You can easily make 18 rounds. And if you do, you'll get some cool prizes. So make sure you guys do that. And also, I just wanted to say, you guys have absolutely knocked it out of the park with judging today. I know as our league grows, we have a lot more competitors, and it's often hard to get 3 judges in every single speech room. But that's exactly what we did today. Including with 29 impromptu rooms, we had 3 judges per room for every event. And that's absolutely incredible, and we could not have done it without your help. But please make sure you do the same tomorrow. Don't slow down on judging because you got it all out on day 1. Carry it over for the rest of the week. Now, you might also see this hat that I'm wearing on my head, and it is indeed one of the limited edition Stoa hats. We have black and white. It's a really high quality hat. It also has like actual metal. The stitching, it's not like a sticker you can rip off. Very high quality hat. They're only $20. Please get one. I believe we have less than 10 left. So you need to be one of the first ones to get these hats. If we can sell these hats, we can start creating new designs, maybe a snapback version, other stuff like that. Maybe you're not a hat person. There's lots of merch in the world of Stoa and the Stoa Marketplace right next to the Brewer Dining Hall entrance. There's stickers and there's keychains and there's all sorts of merch that you guys need to get your hands on while supplies last. Also, make sure you see our silent auction. It is going to be opening tomorrow at noon, and the way you get there to the link for that website is by scanning a QR code, which is in your program. If you flip to one of the middle pages there will be a QR code for that silent auction. We are raising money for Stoa. We want to continue to do the Lord's work, and you guys might end up with some really cool items. So make sure you do that. Again, it starts tomorrow at noon. That link will not work until tomorrow at noon. Now, I just want to do a quick shout out for the people who are on our facilities team, our staff and faculty here. They've done a lot of work for y'all, including getting you back into your rooms if you locked yourself out, and aiding with some of the preparations for the storm that happened last night and some of the aftermath of that. We really couldn't have done it without your hard work, and we just want to thank you for all the work that you do. Now, I also have a tip, because as much as we love to help you get back into your rooms, I know it can kind of be annoying if you get locked out. So here's something easy to remember. The doors will close behind you and they will never be unlocked. If you leave your door, I'm talking about the main living room door going out from your dorm, if you leave, the door will close behind you and it will lock. So always make sure that you have your key with you. Communicate with your family, be responsible, rendezvous at certain times so you know you can get into the dorm, but just please remember the doors lock behind you. For the bedroom doors, they will lock if you mess with the locking mechanism. I've done it plenty of times myself as a student here. Just be very careful. But anyways, y'all, that's gonna be it for tonight's Night Talk Nightly News. I've been your host, Micah Diaz, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, Stoa.